Okay, today we'll dive some more deep into Bash. Today we'll learn strings, how to perform arithmetic operations, if-else and switch cases in Bash. So let's start with strings. Strings are the sequence of characters. We have already seen it before in the previous video. Let us again open our favorite kgf.sh file. I'll remove everything. If I declare a variable review equal to kgf is superhit. Now this review variable is a string. Double quotes or single quotes, both can be used, but double quotes are preferred. If I want to print this review variable, I'll write echo $review. If I want to print the length of the string, same as in the previous video where we have learned how to find the length of the array, the same syntax was followed here as well. Dollar, curly braces, hash, review. This will print the length of the string. If I save the file and execute, I observe the given string and its length. Now let's convert the given string into complete lowercase and complete uppercase. For that, I'll again reopen my file. If I want to convert the review string to complete lowercase, then I'll write echo $review and 2 commas, which will convert the string to lowercase. If I want to convert into uppercase, I'll write $review and 2 caps. Which will convert the string in uppercase. If I save the file and execute, the result is as expected. Next, let's slice the string, which means let's take the substring from the given string. Let's again reopen our kgf.sh file. For suppose if I want 5 characters from 0th index, I'll write echo $review :0:5, which means from 0th index, I want 5 characters from the review string. Now the output has to be kgf space and I. If I save the file and execute, the result is as expected. Now let's see the difference between the double quotes and single quotes in Bash. Let's again open the same file. Now let's try to print the review string using single quotes and double quotes. And now let's see the output. If I save the file and execute, $review is not replaced with the variable's name when it is in the single quotes, but when it is in the double quotes, $review is replaced with the actual string. Now let's replace one word of a string with some other word. Let's again open our file. Okay, for suppose if I want to replace a word super with bumper, for that I'll write echo $review /super/bumper. Now this super word in this review string will be replaced by bumper. If I save the file and execute, the result is as expected. Okay, now instead of hard coding, let's take a user input. For that, I'll open a file. I will write read x. Now the user input will be stored in this x. Now if I replace the word super with the user input, for that I have to write $x. If I print the review string and save the file and execute, the screen was stopped. Now we have to give an input. If I write something like super duper, now the review string was printed like this. Okay, now let's try to perform some arithmetic operations in Bash. Now let's open the kgf.sh file again. For suppose if I want to multiply 2 numbers, let us suppose x equal to 7 and y equal to just 3. If I try to multiply these 2 numbers and store it in the variable z, if I try to print it, let's save this file and execute. Look, we didn't got the actual result, which means there is some other way to perform some arithmetic operations in Bash. Let's open this file again. If I put let before z, and if I save and execute, I got the desired result 21. Using let before a variable allows you to perform some arithmetic operations. It evaluates arithmetic expressions and assigns the result to the variable. There is no need to use $, when referring to the variables inside the let command. These x and y are automatically recognized as variables. There is alternative to let. You can also use double parenthesis for arithmetic expressions. Both let and double parenthesis are commonly used for arithmetic operations in Bash, but double parenthesis is often preferred because it is more easier to read. Okay, there is something wrong with this script. Let's again reopen the file. Okay, I forgot to put the dollar before the double parenthesis. If I execute again, the result is as expected. Here also there is no need to mention dollar before the variables. Double parenthesis also automatically recognizes the variables. Now let's move to conditions in bash. Like in any other programming language, bash also has if-else conditions. Now let's again open the same kgf.sh file. Now let's declare a variable rating. Let's give rating as 8. Now let's write a simple if condition. We write if double parenthesis and the conditions what we want we can write here. For now I'll write rating greater than 6. We already know that in double parenthesis there is no need to put dollar before rating. And ensure the spaces, these spaces are must. After writing if condition, I have to write then, and we can write whatever we want over here. For now I'll write echo movie is hit, which means if rating was greater than 6, then the movie is hit. Now I'll write an else condition, echo movie is flop. Now I'll close the if using fi. Basically fi is a signal that where this if block has to end. If I save this and if I execute this file, there is no doubt a movie is hit. In this way we will write a simple if-else conditions. Now let's write a multiple conditional branches using elif, which stands for else if. Now let's again open the file. Now let's add a condition that if rating was greater than 4, the movie is average. For that I'll write elif rating greater than 4, then echo movie is average. Same syntax as if. In this way you can add multiple conditions. Now let's take a rating from user. For that we know we have to write read rating. If I save this file and when I execute, screen will obviously stop. When I give rating as 7, it gave me output as movie is hit. When I again run this file, if I give rating as 5, then the output is movie is average. If I give output as 3, then movie is flop. You can even write nested if else's and make sure to follow the proper indentation. And that's it for this video. Hope you liked it. In the next video, we'll see functions, loops, and much more in bash. See you in the next video.